Hey there, welcome back. So today we would be adding a very simple composition based program, and in order to save some time I have already added couple of things which are very easy to understand in fact. So we have a class by the name of hello where we have the main method, and this class is inside package org.study-easy. So no rocket science in here. Then moving forward, we have also added a yet another class by the name of laptop, and inside this particular class we have the properties which is cool, and the packages org.study-easy.laptop. And inside these properties there are two properties which are complex property, and we are like denoting these property using a class. So there are two classes, processor and graphics card. So we have the classes for like processor and graphic cards with us. So here is the class for processor, and the package for this class is org.studyeasy.laptop.components. And there are multiple properties inside these classes as well. So no rocket science in here once again. Alright, so now moving forward, let us like proceed further and check couple of more interesting things. Alright then, let us quickly create the constructors for processor, graphic card and laptop class. So we will definitely make use of Eclipse Trek. I will right click, navigate to source, and we will generate the constructor using field. First of all, we will create the default constructor, and then we will create the parameterized constructor for laptop class. Alright, let us do the same for processor. Alright, then let us also do the same for graphics card class. Alright, so this looks good. Let me format things a little. Alright, now friends, for example, imagine that inside our hello.java we would like to initialize a laptop. Then definitely the default constructors would be called, and inside the default constructor, the usage of default constructor, as we already know, we can initialize the property with the default value. So let us also do that. First of all, we will start with graphics card, and we will initialize value with some default values. So let me copy this particular statement from the parameterized constructor and paste it in here so that it can save us a couple of seconds. Now the brand could be, for example, Nvidia. Series could be like 940, and memory could be, for example, 2 GB. So this is cool. Alright, so let us also do the same with the processor class. Let me copy these statements from here and paste it in here. And moving forward, we would be adding the default values real quick. So the brand could be, the default value could be like Intel. Then a series could be, for example, 7200U. Then generation could be like a 6th or maybe 7th, in fact, because the series is 7200, so the generation should be 7. Alright, number of cores maybe 2, number of threads maybe 4, cache memory like could be 3 MB, and this is a string entity, so we need to enclose this in between double quotes. And the current frequency could be like 2.5 gigahertz. Then the minimum frequency, for example, could be like 2.5 GHz again, and maximum could be like 3.1 gigahertz. So let me also do the change. Now these are like very technical stuff related to laptops, and if there is any confusion that what is gigahertz, what is cache memory, don't worry about it. We are simply like demonstrating how we can like create a composition program. So don't worry about these technical stuff, that what exactly these terms are. We don't need to worry about it. All right, and the last change is, let us make i57200u. That will give a better idea. So now we also have a constructor, parameterized constructor, and a default constructor for processor, and we are also initializing the values in our default constructor, which is cool. All right, then moving forward, in here we have the parameterized constructor, no issue in there, and we also have the default constructor. So let us do the same in here. So in our default constructor, we would be like doing some stuff in here. So first of all, screen could be like a 15.6 inches. 15 point. In fact, let me change screen to a float entity. So screen size needs to be 15.6, which is the default size in fact. Then processor. Now what is a processor? Processor is a class, so we need to create an object. So in here we would be creating an anonymous object, a nameless object. So the way is pretty simple. We will type in new processor, and that's it. So this will create an anonymous object, and the value of that object would be passed to this property processor, which is cool. Moving forward, RAM type could be like DDR4, hard drive could be like 2 TB, graphics card, again we would be creating an anonymous object. So how we can do it? Pretty simple. We will type in new graphics card, and note that in here we are calling in the default constructor, right? So we are making use of the default constructor in order to create an anonymous object, which would be initialized the property which is there in our laptop class. So pretty simple stuff. Then optical drive, maybe multi-layer, and keyboard is backlit. Backlit keyboard. So this is cool. And in here we need to change something, because now screen is a float entity. So let us change it to float, and our issue is vanished. Now everything is in place. And moving forward, in here let us create an object of laptop. So we will type in laptop lappy, maybe equals new laptop. Alright, so this looks cool, and we need to import the required package. And then finally we will try to print the laptop directly. So we will type in sysout lappy and try to execute the program. Definitely the program will give us some dummy value because we haven't configured our toString method. So at least our program is running. Now moving forward, let us navigate to laptop.java file, and in here let us like add in the toString method. So we will generate the toString method, and everything looks good. All right, let us execute our program real quick. Let me show you. Here we go. So now in here, as processor is a class, it is giving us a long string for processor. So that is something different. Likewise, for graphics card, we are again getting some long string, right? So let us fix that as well. So we will navigate to processor.java, and we would be adding the toString methods in here as well. So let us right click, navigate to source, and add in the toString method. And let us do the same with graphics card. Alright, and now let us execute this. And now if I show you the console, then it will say laptop screen is 15.6 processor, and inside this processor we have object. So it will show like brand Intel series i5-7200U, generation is 7, core R2, threads are 4, cache memory 3 MB, frequency 2.5 GHz, minimum frequency 2.5 GHz, then maximum frequency 3.1 GHz, RAM DDR4, hard drive 2 TB, graphic card is again an object. So there are a couple of more things inside graphic card, brand Nvidia series 940, memory 2 GB, then optical drive is multi-layer, and keyboard is backlit. So everything is working properly, and we are able to configure and set up the composition program in a good manner. Now we will proceed further and check couple of more things. We will try to add some functionality in our composition program as well, and we will add functionality like starting up and setting the gaming mode and all couple of interesting stuff. So this was it, how we can configure and how the compositions are there in Java. And in fact, composition can be really helpful because composition can help us a lot in order to depict the real life scenario. And in fact, if you ask the experts, then composition proved to be more useful than inheritance in the real life scenarios. So this is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now friends, if there is any confusion in order to understand this program, how we have laid this out, then download the project files, check out the program, load the project file in your Eclipse and try to play with it. Then only you will be getting the overall essence of coding a composition based program. So this is all about today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Take care and have a nice day.